would like to know that once we've established that there is workplace bullying in the team, how do we go about tackling it?
Good day all. My question is around self-awareness. I think in order for us to even implement psychological safety in the workplace, leaders need to be self-aware.
Yeah.
So in cases whereby the leader is not self-aware, how do you maneuver? Because they believe, great, I'm doing well, but the team is battling. And unfortunately, the team is scared to actually voice out and say that you're actually the problem. So how do we maneuver in such a situation? Thank you.
The question was a third one.
Good morning, colleagues. My name is Rehab. My question is around talent acquisition, especially around bullying. You just mentioned that self-assessments in terms of measuring your propensity to bully. Are there any psychometric instruments that we can use in terms of measuring that upfront so that one does not get a rotten potato into the organization?
Let me start with these three questions.
Can I start with the three questions? So the questions from the three are actually relevant for people in the room, for human resources practitioners. One of the things that once you establish that there is bullying, and again, I want to stress that now you have legal recourse. Go to the code of conduct. In fact, the code of conduct implores employers to put in place not just policies, processes, and procedures to report the bullying. So one of the things that the starting point, I would imagine a practical thing, is for you human resources professionals to go look at your policies. To what extent are your policies updated and aligned to the code of good conduct? And one of the starting point might be, because of awareness, what you're talking about, start by defining what workplace bullying means and what it looks like for you, for your organization. What behavior constitute bullying? And then the next thing is, and we've got our own language, right? Here, in my previous life, I was an HR director. Then go socialize the policy. Make sure that everybody knows and understands and they know where to find it. And in there you include processes and practices. Processes of where do people go report the bullying. It might also mean, because one of the things that does not work as well as it should is organizations and leaders leave it to HR. This is not just an HR matter, but it means that yourselves have got to teach the leaders and partner with them for them to take responsibility too. Your question about self-awareness, what I'm finding, and it is actually true, because most of the abrasive leaders that bully, they figure that it's everybody else's problem, it's not my problem. So one of the things that, this is one of the reasons I work in coaching might be an option for them. But with coaching, these things, they work if people are actually willing to look at and listen. But the thing is, if one of the things that you might look at, or you might help the leader to become self-aware is, nobody's speaking. You say you've got an open door policy, but nobody's walking through the door. Everybody else is, at any opportunity, they try to apply to get out or to transfer somewhere else. Some of the telltale signs might be some of the best talent that you have, they leave because after a while they're not going to. So there are certain ways that you can work with the leader to actually to help them become aware of it. the OD people. That's what OD people. That's what we're about, right? Organizational effectiveness is you. What do we say? We work at 3 levels of system: at the leader system, at the team system, and organizational system. And this is what you can try to do. I'm not a psychologist about assessments. What I was talking about is just created with a colleague I was working with, a tool that can help, again, as part of the practices in organizations for leaders to have a look and have an honest look and feel and see whether or not they have propensity to bully, and also for a target, somebody that may suspect being bullied. So they're not psychopaths.